In the upcoming fight between Ryan Garcia and Oscar Duarte, boxing experts have different opinions about who will win. Some think Garcia will use his speed to win, while others believe Duarte's strong hits might be too much for Garcia. People are excited to see how these different styles will clash in the ring. In their boxing debuts, both Garcia and Duarte showcased their promising skills. Garcia impressed the audience with his lightning-fast punches and quick footwork, demonstrating his potential as a future star. Meanwhile, Duarte displayed his power-packed punches and resilient defense, captivating the crowd with his determined fighting spirit. Their impressive debut performances hinted at the exciting careers that lay ahead for both young fighters. Oscar Duarte's way of fighting is all about keeping his guard up high throughout the match. This smart tactic helps him both in defense and offense. He is really good at timing his movements, making quick slips and changes in his position to find the perfect moment to strike back. With his guard up, he can handle his opponent's attack well, giving him the chance to plan his own powerful moves. By using this technique, Duarte builds a strong wall that his opponents must break through before they can even try to get close to him. This strategy demands his rivals to be very careful and plan their moves smartly if they want to stand a chance against his strong defense and powerful attacks. Duarte is a skilled fighter who uses a smart trick in his battles. He is all about making quick changes in the way he attacks, kind of like how a basketball player might change their dribble to get past defenders. This helps him surprise his opponents and hit them where they least expect it. He is not just about punching in one way. Oh no, he mixes it up, aiming for the body, then suddenly going for the hand, and sometimes even jumping in for an attack. It's like he's always keeping his opponents guessing, not giving them a chance to catch their breath. His plan is to make it hard for other guy to figure out what's coming next. He waits for them to make a mistake, maybe leave a little opening in the defense, and then bam, he strikes. It's like a game of chess, where he is thinking 2 steps ahead. This way, he is always ready to make the most of any slip-up his opponent makes. It's a cool strategy that keeps everyone on their toes when watching him fight. Duarte is an impressive strategist when it comes to launching attacks, but he has a weak spot in his defense game. He tends to overlook the crucial defensive aspect, which makes him an easy target for counterattacks. This means that when he goes all out with his aggressive covers, he forgets to protect himself, leaving his head wide open for opponents to strike. This particular flaw has serious consequences during matches, often becoming the tipping point that decides the final outcome. It's like a chink in his armor that rivals can exploit to their advantage, inflicting heavy blows that can completely change the course of the fight. For Duarte, it's essential to recognize the importance of maintaining a solid defense alongside his offensive strategies to ensure a well-rounded approach to his fights. By addressing this vulnerability, he can significantly improve his chances of emerging victorious in the ring. Duarte, despite his formidable fighting skills, sometimes grapples with certain footwork imperfections that can hamper his performance in the ring. His noticeable struggle often lies in getting his feet into an unbalanced or square position during critical moments of the match. This matter takes a toll on his overall agility, making it harder for him to react swiftly to his opponent's moves. As a result, he faces difficulties in adapting to different fighting stances and smoothly navigating the boxing ring. This issue not only affects his ability to counter his adversaries effectively, but also leaves him vulnerable to strategic disadvantages that his opponents can capitalize on. Improving his footwork could be a game changer for Duarte, allowing him to enhance his responsiveness and agility in the ring. By honing his footwork skills, he can better anticipate his opponent's movements and gain a tactical edge in his matches. Working on maintaining a balanced stance and ensuring fluid transitions between different positions might be key areas for him to focus on. With dedicated training and attention to these specific aspects, Duarte has the potential to elevate his performance and become an even more formidable force in the world of boxing. One thing that makes Duarte not so strong is when he is up against fighters who are good at moving sideways and throwing punches at just the right angles. These fighters can kind of stop him from coming forward and make it hard for him to get close. When this happens, Duarte can't really use his usual moves. and it's like he's stuck. These tricky opponents get to control how things go in the fight and make it harder for Duarte to do his thing. It is likely they are leading the dance and deciding how everything happened. So Duarte has to find a way to deal with these fighters who are good at dodging and hitting from the side, or they might end up being a big problem for him in the match. Even though Duarte is really good at defending himself, he is still not totally safe from fighters like Ryan Garcia, who are super quick with their punches. Duarte's strong defensive stance doesn't always work against these fast punches. They can be a real headache for him, testing how well he can block and dodge their super fast hits. It's like a tough puzzle for Duarte because even though he is really good at protecting himself with his strong guard, it can sometimes make things harder for him when dealing with these light-fast opponents. When up against an opponent such as Garcia, Duarte must strike a delicate balance between displaying toughness in defense and demonstrating strategic intelligence in his approach to the fight. It's akin to navigating a tightrope, where he must possess the resilience to withstand powerful punches while simultaneously remaining nimble enough to adapt his tactics as the situation demands. Achieving this equilibrium is no simple feat, yet if Duarte can successfully find that elusive middle ground, he stands a chance at effectively challenging formidable fighters like Garcia and emerging victorious. This delicate interplay between strength and agility is pivotal for Duarte, and it will likely determine his ability to contend with the challenges posed by Garcia's skill set and secure a triumphant outcome in the ring. In the boxing arena, Ryan Garcia faces a distinct hurdle with his footwork, mainly because of how he distributes his weight. He often leans too much on his front foot and gets too close to his opponent, leaving himself vulnerable. This tendency can give his opponents opportunities to strike back, taking advantage of his exposed positions. Ryan's challenge in keeping a balanced weight distribution impacts how he moves around the ring. It can make his actions easier to predict for his opponents, giving them a chance to plan their next move more effectively. This issue calls for a critical need for Ryan to work on refining his weight distribution strategy, finding a better equilibrium that can help him maintain a stronger defensive stance and create more unpredictable movements, giving him a better chance to outmaneuver his opponents. The upcoming match between Ryan Garcia and Oscar Duarte promises to be a captivating showdown that hinges on the intricate dynamics of their fighting styles and footwork intricacies. While Duarte's consistent high guard and well-timed offensive maneuvers showcase his formidable resilience and strategic acumen, his susceptibility to lateral movement and defensive lapses might provide openings for Garcia to exploit. Conversely, Garcia's own footwork issues, particularly related to weight distribution and transitional movements, could leave him vulnerable to Duarte's aggressive assaults if not carefully managed. As both fighters seek to leverage their strengths and exploit their opponent's weaknesses, the outcome of this highly anticipated bout remains unpredictable, adding an extra layer of excitement to the world of professional boxing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the world of sports and entertainment.